Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
Now, how often do we see guys in the league, Mike, that are former first-round picks? They get significant starting time with their original franchise, and then there's a change of address, right? They got to go play for a new team and start a new chapter of their career. Some guys take it and run with it, and some guys we never hear from again. I have a funny feeling this situation he's walking into in Indianapolis, I think, is a really good one for NFL quarterbacks. I think he has some pieces around him, and I think people don't appreciate the kind of athlete and the skill set that Daniel Jones has.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
That's another Colts first down. A gain of 14. First down, Indianapolis.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Jones can hang on to it here. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Jones. There he goes again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jones. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal drop. This one from 41 yards out. Badgley's kick is good. And the Colts are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy, with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
From the 35, here's second and a couple. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. He'll look forward for maybe a yard. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
He'll try to sneak it here, and he will have a Broncos first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the
When done
38-yard
correctly,
line.
Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. It's Nix. That is run in downfield by Sutton. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
At the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
14, Cortland Sutton. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
It's a gain of 14.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Harvey. And he'll get into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and through. Broncos move out to a 7-3 lead.
Colts 3. Will Lutz to
So
kick
now
off
after
for
the
the
touchdown,
Broncos.
Lutz gonna send this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Hey, this upcoming week, it marks one of our favorite times of the year here at EA Sports. It's the kickoff to John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. Big John's such a presence on that holiday for so many of us. And we look forward to a big slate of games coming up on Thanksgiving. Packers and Lions start things out, followed by the Chiefs and Cowboys. What a scene that will be. And then finally the Bengals and the Ravens on Thursday night. It's a gain of 16 and very quickly a first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He'll look deep for Pittman. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, this is Harvey. And he's going to pick up the first down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
10 at the 50-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
A first down throw for Nix. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
3rd and 2. Here we go. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Second down. Nix. That's caught by Harvey. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
RPO, quick throw. There's Sutton. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Harvey. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a 3rd time and take their chances?
They're trying to pick it up with Harvey. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos go out to a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Here's Gould on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Jones keeping this one. And a short pickup there to about the 36.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jones. That's caught on a first-round pick, Tyler Warren. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
10 yards.
First time they've looked his way tonight.
First down.
Good time to do it. It's a first down.
And the Colts first down.
And now quickly to Pittman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Broncos' 49-yard line.
To throw is Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15. And a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Jones to the air again. Pass right side to Downs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
It's a gain of 10. And the Colts first down.
Now it's Taylor. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
2nd down at the 14-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Jones. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Colts.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Here's Michael Badgley for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Colts will tie things up. It's now 10-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Broncos offense going to get it one final time in this first half. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. Nix now on 1st and 10. He connects with Mims. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these 2 squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the 2nd half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Complete, and he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Nix. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 8
Troy Franklin, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Throwing is Nix. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. deep, Anthony Gould. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Colts offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Straight ahead goes Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. Down the right sideline. And they will finally run him down. A big-time play for the Broncos. 36 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
That's swung out to Harvey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Give them
14
14 on that one. First down, Broncos.
First down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
22-yard line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take them down for a loss.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive.
That one, take it in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone, because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Lutz for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Broncos will extend this third quarter lead.
Colts 10.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Colts offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Tremendous pursuit. They force him out of bounds behind the line. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Jones operating out of the pistol. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Moving outside the pocket, and he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
The Colts about set to punt. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line.
The tackle by Neville Gallimore. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. We'll go play action with Hicks. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant, and this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
Back to throw is Nix. Thrown on the run, but it's off target. Behind his man, and that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Jones. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
The Colts about to kick this one away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey, and he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. From We see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the ground. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
The Broncos bringing out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. He'll take this forward for about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
That one complete to Pierce. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. Taylor gets it out of the pistol. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yardage.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
He'll look deep for Pittman. That is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Taylor trying to push the ball forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Abdullah, and this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Jones. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
30-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
38-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught by Harvey. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Harvey. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Second and 5.
This is our last chance. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Keep it up. Keep it up. Come on, baby. Let's make a play here.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught left side by Ingram. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
At the Colts' 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
3rd and 7. Throwing. Mix. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one working up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there, and now it's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard mark. The Colts offense about ready to take over once more. They have likely one play left here north of the 2-minute warning as they're going to get started with 1st down. Throwing, Jones. Able to find Pittman, it's complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Second down, 8 for the 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He'll step up and run this. Jones into the slide, protects himself, and picks up the 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On 1st down, Jones. His throw right side, pulled in by Pittman.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it'll be 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Throw across his body is complete. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll try to run for it.
4th and short, initially, you could tell. He's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the 1st down, keeps this drive alive.
Here's 1st down. To throw is Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On second down, here's Jones. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.